Welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee. This afternoon, Neyland Stadium, where Rocky Top plays in the background, sailgating going on in the Tennessee River, and the Big Orange ready to open the season. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Volunteers will take over. First and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He makes the connection. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the...
Going for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw at Humphries. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming on the field.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter involved. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll try the right side. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Love the third down call, throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They think there's room to run to the right here. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the Bulldogs will keep this drive going.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Humphreys. Gets it out quickly. Trucks through the defender. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. The run from the shotgun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. Now it's just going to be a passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. And the Dawgs get enough for the first down.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid third and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play the offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on second down.
Get set.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Pound 55 wheel. Under.
Looking for room. It's McNamara. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Unloads it left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Gonna run it. It's McNamara. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Handoff to the lone back. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Good enough for a first down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Humphries. And the timing just a hair off.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking for that first down on 30 short from the 28. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On second down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Vols send out the punt unit. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, oh man, these These offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Looking downfield, it's Humphreys. Got his man quickly. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in passing.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
On the run, it's Sims. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Vols will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And this ball will be downed at around the 20. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They'll run the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The give out of the gun. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They've gotten this drive going, a couple of 1st downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's going to pass. The short hands, it's golden. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
Tennessee 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Looking for space, it's Sims. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Quickly complete. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll throw on third down. Using the quick game. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Motion from the offense. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown Volunteers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
This offense has a second down play. Scanning the field, it's Humphries. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this, and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. To the air, it's Humphreys. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll go to the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to throw on second down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 4th down, going to the air. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for everyone.
bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.